I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make a here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack on first down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get turning it all loose.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie there to bat that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jannard Avery drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Mayfield's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. And
now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll run with Chubb. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
56, 56, check 56.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On second down now, Hilliard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On third down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
On second down, Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 9. Check 9. No. Off.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. That time, a 9-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A throw over the middle, taken in. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts it towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice the hula hoops where they place them and try and put them in.
Well, he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 94 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a dump off here complete, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, could be the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Breida, he'll try the right side. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So we've reached halftime in 8. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He may try and run for this, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it this time. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Young, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost...
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run with Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking left sideline, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
To throw is Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A quick throw to Ratley. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield down from the 50. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They go counter with Breida. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. That's
taken in by Callaway. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball, at least just a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
53, Mike. Wild Bill.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. In your face.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect your offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now it's Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Jackson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about it.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Bitch, we down the ride. You never know, you ain't never try. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. My niggas real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. What I